Yeah, welcome to Reezy Does It. I am T Reezy. We got Floyd in the building. What's happening, Floyd?
What's up, Reezy?
You got it, man. So tonight we're going to discuss most influential artists from the South. And we'll be discussing artists like Lil Wayne, Future, 3 6 Mafia, Migos, UGK, Master P, A-Ball and MJG, Outkast, Scarface, and Rick Ross. So let's go on and jump in it, man. So we're going to start out with Lil Wayne, Floyd.
All right. So what you want to talk about Wayne about? Because he was most definitely influential in this rap game. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man.
And at one time, he was considered, the greatest alive.
Yeah, a lot of people did consider Wayne the greatest alive. I know he's influenced a lot of rappers, man. Young Thug, that whole generation of rappers was influenced by Wayne, even Future. And Wayne was a beast with the auto tunes as well, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's out, and started at a young age and was, in my opinion, shown, just exuded greatness from the get go off that Hot Boys album.
I totally agree, man.
With that Block Burner track.
Right. And Wayne, man, that Carter 3, I think that's one of the best rap albums ever, in my opinion, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne has definitely always been influential. And like you mentioned, the Hot Boys, man. Yeah. So, not only has Wayne been influential, but the Hot Boys, Cash Money,
Cash Money as a whole
has been influential.
Yes, throughout the South. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
Yeah, the BG, you had, Juvie.
You're right.
With the 400 Degree.
Right, man. And Birdman as a CEO has been influential as well.
Exactly. Business minded, put together a strong team.
Absolutely. And also Wayne has gave us artists like Nicki Minaj, Drake from Young Money. So that's highly influential to the game and to the culture, man.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And Cash Money is a
Next, we're gonna get into Future, man. So Future is very influential. Future has a huge following worldwide.
Most definitely.
A unique sound. And many different, not only black people, but many different races love Future's music, as well as Lil Wayne. What can you tell me about Future, Floyd, and how Future's been influential from one of the most influential from the South?
I mean, as you mentioned before, that man's a beast with the auto tune. He's he's got major projects out. You know what I'm saying? One of my personal favorites is that Dirty Sprite 2. That whole joint.
Yeah, that joint is dope, man. One of my favorite songs by Future, I like Karate Chop, Wicked. I like that Tony Montana.
Yeah, that was the one though.
I first heard the Future with Racks on Racks on Racks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you tell me that Future was a part of
the Dungeon Family.
Okay, gotcha.
The same Dungeon Family that that was spearheaded by Rico Wade, and you know what I'm saying, that man Yoda, Ray, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the Outkast.
Oh yeah. Goody.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Backbone, all them.
Right. And Future has a child with Sierra, Russell Wilson's wife, man. Love Future. So, Future's very well known, made some really dope music, and is still making dope music as we speak, man.
Exactly.
So shout out to Future, and next we're gonna get into 3 6 Mafia, man.
Man, one of the most influential groups in the rap game right now.
Why?
Man, it's them timeless beats, man. That the flow, you know what I'm saying? Every young I'm damn near every female has the Gangsta Boo flow.
Right, you're right, man. Paul and Juicy is very influential with them beats, man. And
Classics.
Memphis as a whole is influential,
Yes.
in the rap game, especially right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
You got
three
your boy
six,
Key Glock.
yeah,
Yeah.
3 6 gave us people like Project Pat, Gangsta Boo, Lil Chad,
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Coopster,
Yeah. Lord Infamous.
Lord Infamous, the Scarecrow, man.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of Lord Infamous, the Scarecrow, if you ask me, Lord Infamous started the triplet flow that the Migos used. So let's go ahead and get into the Migos, man.
Let's get into them. Let's get into the trio.
So what do you think about that? Do you agree that the Migos flow was patterned after Lord Infamous flow
Heavily,
from three?
heavily influenced, in my opinion. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? In my opinion, because it's to me it's undeniable. You know,
it is,
because grew up listening to this. You know what I'm
right. It is undeniable.
saying?
Um, the Migos, man, I think the Migos is the hottest group from the South as far as the streets is concerned
Yeah, man.
since the Hot Boys.
Mm,
As far as the streets are concerned,
that's not too far fetched, man. That is
I'm
not
not
too far
saying they
fetched.
harder than Outkast or UGK, but UGK, which we'll get to later, came out before the Hot Boys. A-Ball and JG did as well, which we'll get to later. But yeah, man, I think as far as the streets are concerned, the Migos,
Yeah, they'll go
they're
down as one of the greatest groups from the South of all time.
absolutely, and I mean they're the most influential as far as the streets are concerned since the Hot Boys, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all of them branched off to do, have solo success.
Mm-hmm.
Offset, um,
Take off and Quavo.
Quavo, yeah, R.I.P. to
Recipes take off.
right, man. But the Migos have put it down, man. Coming from that trio, Gucci, along with Young Thug, man. The
Yep.
Migos have put it down and made numerous hits, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
they've been very influential to this rap game, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything you want to say about the Migos before we
Man,
move
it's
on?
just it's just this, you know, life is a funny thing, man. So, sometimes you think things will last forever, and you know, thing, we can't, we all can't answer everything, that goes on. But them boys put it down. They earned their crown.
They earn their crown, man. Speaking of earning your crown, man, let's get into motherfucking UGK Pimp and Bun, man.
Yeah.
So I first heard of UGK, I say in the early 90s with songs like I Got a Pocket Full of Stones
Yes,
and they
sir.
won't leave my ass alone. So
Mhm.
like Pocket Full of Stones tell me something good, man. And
Yeah.
then, that Pocket Full of Stones was in Menace to Society.
It
It
was.
was on the soundtrack, man.
Yeah.
Um, Pimp C itself and that country's twang, you feel me?
Country
That
rap
yeah,
tunes.
that country rap tune, man. That Pimp C is one of the most influential artists from the South ever, Floyd.
Most definitely. And the most missed.
Yeah, the most missed, man. Pimp C is one of my favorite artists ever behind Tupac. And Bun's verse in Murder is classic, man. Pimp C is too. Coming
Yes.
back from Louisiana in the Fleetwood Mac, I just told them niggas something to put their fingers on their back. You know what I mean? They made timeless classics, man.
Yes, sir.
From Too Hard to Swallow to the double disc to UGK for life, man.
Man, you got hold on now. That's super tight now.
Super tight. This Don Perignon, it's a poster bubble.
Man.
Just be like this sometime, boy.
And like you said, man, that riding dirty.
Riding Dirty, man.
Man.
Riding Dirty, one of the best albums ever for the South, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of UGK, man, would you say DJ Screw is influential as far as the South Florida?
Man, most definitely. Most definitely, man. That chopped up sound that he created, bruh. And some records don't even move unless you get it chopped, it's not slopped. You know what I'm saying?
Still to this day, huh?
To this day.
Yeah. So UGK, man, highly influential in the South. And one of the artists that UGK helped get to the forefront was Master P. So let's go on and move on to Percy Miller, Floyd.
Yes,
So
sir.
so
The
how is
whole that
how
no
is
limit,
how is Master P influential to the South, man?
man. Not just the South, but the whole recording industry. You know what I'm saying? He took over. With the No Limit label. It was a monster at the time. It was just it was like every week a new record came out.
Right. So P taught us really the independent game. P made me want to be independent. To be real, P is the artist that made me want to be independent. So
Mm-hmm.
like, name some artists that were influential to the game that were brought to us through Master P, Floyd.
Man, Mia X, Fiend, Soldier Slim,
Soldier Slim, man.
man, and he rejuvenated a one artist. You know, it was the power move of man. When it happened, it blew people's minds when he brought Snoop to the label.
Absolutely, man. Hell yeah, that blew people mind, man. For a nigga from the South at that time in the rap
Mm-hmm.
game to go bring Snoop to your label from Death Row, man, that was huge, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So don't forget about Corey Miller, aka C
Now,
Murder,
see,
man.
murder.
Free C Murder, man. No Limit made some dope music. Beats by the
Yeah.
Pound. You
Welcome back
know,
home, Matt.
Welcome Home, man. Beats by the Pound, one of the dopest production crews for their time. Um,
Yeah.
you know, as well as Manny Fresh when we mentioned Cash Money, man.
Yeah. Some
So
superior beat makers.
superior beat makers, man. And P, influenced the game with the Bout It movie, man.
Yes, sir.
One
Blue,
of the
just mind blowing in itself.
Absolutely. I think P was the first. He was one of the first. I know Jay-Z put out Streets is Watching, but P is definitely one of the first from the South, if not the first to a rapper to make his own movie. You know, so that was dope and that was huge, man, and that was very influential. So next, man, let's get into T.I. Tip, man, from ATL, Floyd.
Yes, sir. King of
So
the South.
let him tell it. You feel me? So like Tip put out an album called Trap Music probably around '03, before there was even a genre called trap music, Floyd.
Yes, sir. Most
So
definitely.
so is Tip would you say Tip started trap music?
Hmm.
If he didn't start it, he was one of the first to do it. I mean,
Exactly. I
so
mean,
just by him,
he coined the name.
absolutely. So just by him naming his album that, Tip is definitely one of the most influential from the South, man. Just for naming his album Trap Music alone, before there was a trap music genre
Yeah.
that's been very huge and successful in this
Yeah.
game, man.
That dope boys in the trap.
Dope
Yeah.
Boys in the Trap, Look What I Got, Be
Man.
Easy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Rubber
man.
Band Man.
Rubber Band Man, produced by David Banner, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
Banner,
Another influential.
absolutely. Banner's
Jackson,
yeah, he's
Mississippi.
one of he's also one of the most influential from the South, man.
Yes, sir.
But like, since we're speaking on Tip, man, and Tip, Tip has had TV shows, reality shows,
Movies.
movies, clothing lines.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
Tip is a very influential guy, man. I have to give it to him. But speaking of Tip, man, let's talk about Atlanta and how Atlanta has been influential
Man.
to this southern rap scene, Floyd.
Yeah. Is it in the water? You
I
know what I'm
mean,
saying?
it must be. So
Yeah.
like, you
Because,
got people like Jeezy, Gucci Man,
man,
Jeezy.
Outkast, Dungeon Family as a whole.
Right,
And,
we gonna get to Cass though, but
yeah.
like, tell me how Jeezy and Gucci are influential in this rap game as well, Floyd.
Man, you talk about some heavy hitters, boy. When Jeezy came out with that Trap or Die,
He
it
said
changed.
that set
Man,
the bar. That set the bar.
exactly. It was, man.
That's one
It,
of that might be the most notorious just fucking mixtape ever, dog. Just Trap or Die. That
it's
set the
the
bar.
mixtape.
It's the mixtape. That set the bar for the South, especially. It set the bar, but especially for the South. I mean, you got DJ Drama. DJ Drama started setting the bar for DJs on these mixtapes.
Exactly. Mixtapes, period.
Yeah, and speaking of DJ Drama did a lot of work with Gucci. I think they had the movie, one of their mixtapes. And I'm gonna tell
Mm-hmm.
you something. People talk about that Trap or Die, but Gucci do not get enough credit with that Mr. Perfect, man. That's one of the most dopest mixtapes ever.
Correct, and
Well,
that's the mixtape king.
yeah,
He's a
man.
mixtape god.
Gucci had this song, man, called "Rich Nigga Shit," dog, on that Mr. Perfect. And Gucci said, he said, left 100 on the dresser. Yeah, I left 100 on the dresser just to show that girl I was successful. And the Lord I blessed her. I said, man, listen to this nigga, man. Hey, Gooch is one of the hardest to come out the A, man. You
Yes,
know,
sir. Walk it like he talked it.
he walked in how he talked to, man, and Gucci gave us, many stars come from under Gucci's umbrella. Like I
Yeah.
mentioned, Young Thug, Migos, Waka Flocka, OJ the Juice Man,
And why you give credit for to
Future.
Lil Wayne by Nicki? Shoot, Nicki came in the door with Gucci. You know what I'm
Nicki
saying?
came and so did French Montana.
Yes, sir.
They,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they were all under the same management, man.
Yeah, Miss Anthony. Yep.
Right, right, right. Anybody else that we need to mention from the A other than Outkast, Floyd, before we move on? Other than Outkast and Dungeon Family?
I mean, that's pretty more 2 Chainz influential in this game as well.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Two.
So look, man, Atlanta definitely Tip and Atlanta definitely been influential. You know what I mean in the southern rap scene. And next we got A Ball and MJG coming out
Man,
hard, Floyd. Where do we begin, man, with A Ball and
man,
MJG and how they been influential?
man, you got the Fat Mac and Pimp Tight.
Pimp tight, man. That joint starts off hard. The first nationwide album by A Ball and MJG coming out hard starts off hard with the 9mm boys. You got something like Pimps, Armed Robbery. Uh, A Ball will come out hard. Oh, that was coming
Pimps.
out hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pimps.
yeah. Friend or Foe, man. One of the best rap songs ever. That might be my
The
favorite
Posse
rap
rap.
song
Yep.
ever.
Mm-hmm.
Friend or Foe, listen to what they talking about, dog. When is that ever not gonna matter? What they talking about in that song, that shit always matters.
And
No
when
matter how,
you talking about that friend or foe, that
yeah, no
Shining
matter,
Stone was Big Mike as well.
yeah, you're right, man. Mac Mall on that
Yes,
jump.
sir.
You got
Yes,
your
sir.
P's mixed up. You ain't no pimp. You's a phony. So I mean, Ball and G, man, have been very, very, very influential to the South, especially
Yes,
for
sir.
Tennessee, man. Yeah, living legends, man. Living legends. Both of them put out successful solo projects, man.
Mm-hmm. A
Ball and
ball with that
G,
loss.
A Ball with that loss. MJG
Mm-hmm.
with No More Glory,
Yeah.
burning the rebel flag on the cover, man. Them
About
boys,
time.
them Memphis boys have been very influential, man.
And put it down.
They put it down. And next, let's go on back to the A, man. And let's go on to Outkast. Tell me about Outkast, Floyd. How have they been influential in rap, period, and let alone to the South?
Man, like Big Boy and Andre 3000, man. That Southern playlist of Cadillac,
Southern player listed, man.
man.
Fayez Bar.
Yes, sir.
What was that? Um,
Get up, get out.
Get up, get out, man. What was that song with that niggas from the point ain't changed?
Man.
Ain't
Man,
no
ain't no
thing.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
ain't no
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yeah,
Ain't no
man.
thing.
The Outkast has sold millions and millions of records, man. The double disc, Speaker Box and Love Below,
Man,
one of the best selling albums ever in
man.
history.
AT Aliens, Aquemini,
Right,
Stankonia.
classic
Yeah.
albums, man.
Yes, sir.
3000 is a lot of people say 3000 is weird. Could be, but he's been very influential
Man.
in the rap game. It's a lot of I've seen a lot of artists like emulate 3000, not only from his rap but for his style.
Exactly. Can,
Yeah,
can
man.
still can still throw a hot 16 at your ass.
Right, right, right. So other artists associated with Outkast and from the Dungeon Family would be Goody Mob, man.
Man,
Goody
important
Mob.
group. Important group.
I would consider Goody Mob the first Southern conscious rap group. at least on a national level.
Hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a very important group.
Very important, man. You got Big Gip, CeeLo Green, uh,
Timo
Timo. Yeah,
is a Cujo.
yeah. So Goody has put it down as
And,
well as Cass.
and told us what it was going to be before it even happened.
Yeah, with cell therapy, huh?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So next, man, let's get into one of the best lyricists ever, and that's Scarface, aka Brad, man,
Yes,
from
sir. Mr.
Houston,
Jordan.
Texas. Yeah, Brad Jordan, man. So, what do you think about Brad, man? How's Scarface been influential to the Southern rap game, Floyd?
Man, I mean, Tip say he the king, but Brad, man.
I'm gonna tell you this, man.
Brad, I mean, you can't name any whackness from this man.
No, not at all, man. I'm gonna tell you something. That
Them,
Money and the Power by Brad, that's one of my favorite songs ever, man.
man,
You know, the original song Scarface that was on the Grip It on the Other Level.
man, that whole joint for me,
Yeah,
Gangsta Love,
right.
all that. You know
And
what I'm saying?
a lot of your favorite rappers, their favorite rapper is Scarface, man.
Most definitely.
And that goes beyond the South. You got East Coast rappers that really respect Brad and everywhere else.
Yes. Most definitely. Man. I mean, you got the diary. You got
Right,
Untouchable.
right,
You got the fix.
right. And Scarface comes from Jay Prince's label, Rap A Lot Records, man, and they've been
Man.
influential as well.
Exactly. They put out many artists. Big Mike. You know what I'm saying? The Convicts, Big Mike and 3-2. You know what I'm
Devin the
saying?
Do.
Most definitely the dude. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Do or Die. They came out
Yeah.
on Rap a Lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. Rap a Lot's got hits, man.
Hey, but you know what, man?
Fifth Ward Boys, all
Fifth
that.
Ward Boys, yeah, man. But you know what? That Big Mike that came out by '94,
Something
that
serious.
with that player, and
Yes, sir.
that fly hoes and chains and swinging thing.
Yeah, they're having things.
Hell yeah. Just another young nigga having things, man. You know what?
Yes,
That
sir.
shit was influential to me, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to have some things.
Absolutely. Speaking of having things, man, let's get into the boss, motherfucking Rick Ross, man, from Miami, man.
Yeah,
The-
that's having things. All right.
Absolutely, man. So Rick Ross, on wing stops and other business ventures out here, man.
Yes,
What
sir.
do you think about Ross, and how has he been influential as far as you concerned, Floyd?
Man, he's a lyrical monster, man. He's lyrical. To me, Rick Ross is the Southern's answer, the South's answer to Biggie, man. His delivery, like that shit like velvet, you know what I'm saying? Smooth. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Every time you hear this nigga song, it sounds like a damn soundtrack. You
right, man.
know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, Ross got swag too, man. Along with a lot of other artists that we
Yeah,
mentioned
I
tonight.
mean, yeah, but lyrically, I mean, his shit's damn near poetry, though. If you really check out what he talk about, the
Yeah.
niggas, yeah, this shit's poetry.
And Ross, man, Ross got his own sound. He make like yacht music. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yes,
feel
sir.
me?
Yeah, I
So
dig it.
yeah, so like Ross is definitely an influential nigga to this game, man.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but
But
yeah,
and plus that whole Miami, because the man, down at the bottom put it down for all of this. You know what I'm saying? Luke,
Uncle Luke, man.
yeah, coming
Speaking
from
of
Miami.
Yeah, Uncle Luke is very influential, man. You know what I mean? All you guys are girls too now these days, rapping with explicit lyrics and shit. Y'all got Uncle Luke to thank for that, for biting the bullet for y'all. You feel me?
Exactly.
So like Uncle Luke got arrested at his concerts, uh, going to having court dates and all this shit to pay the price for us to speak freely with his music, man.
Yeah, to earn that parental advisory explicit lyrics badge.
Right, and gave us Two Live Crew. What are some of the songs you think of when you think of Two Live Crew? That's classic songs from the South, Floyd.
Shit, move some.
Move, son, man. What about that? My favorite shit when I was a little kid, I was really young, was that throw that dick. I used to I
Yeah.
I used to be rapping this shit to little girls. It said, what do you say? It's a brand new dance and it's coming your way. It was started in Miami by the Ghetto DJ. I used to be, man, hey, I was something else, boy. You know what I
Boy,
mean?
you wild, boy.
Hey, I was wild, man. You know, but hey, it is what it is, man. You know? Yeah. But all these artists have been very influential, Floyd. Anything you
Mm-hmm.
want to add? I think, shit, we did a good job covering these artists, man. Anything you want to add before we get out of here, Floyd?
Man, just that, these podcasts, man, y'all keep listening. We enjoy doing them. You know what I'm saying? Especially talking about, the music that we all love. So, just keep on,
Absolutely.
yeah, but,
And Floyd
man,
is right. We do appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you. Without y'all, we wouldn't be anything. You feel me?
we dig that.
So we appreciate y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all here with us, and we appreciate it. But Floyd, you know what, man?
What, man?
Man, you should have known by now. Reezy does it.